Whoa. Good horse. Thank you for getting me home safe. The stable boys will get you a drink and some hay. No rest for me yet, I'm afraid. I've still got to deliver my report to the king. But first, I want to try and find... Ah! Your Royal Highness. Your faithful knight and sworn protector, Silas, has returned to you at last. I bring news from the war efforts against the enemy kingdom of Fulheim. Shall I accompany you to your father's throne room? At once, your highness. Psst. Quick, in here, and maybe we can get a few moments alone. Phew, that was a close one. I swear you get some sort of cruel satisfaction from watching me act all formal and knightly. Ah, you do, don't you? Oh, if only the kingdom knew how cruel the heir to the throne truly is. Speaking of formalities, is bowing and polite conversation how you greet your best friend since childhood? Give me a hug. Oh, I've missed you, your highness. Feels like an age since I've last set foot within these walls. The war against Fulheim has been taxing, to say the least. It's actually rather urgent that I speak to your father as soon as possible. Speaking of which, how is the old Royal Majesty? Still as grumpy as ever? Figured as much. We spent so many years playing together in this castle, and I never saw him smile once. Ugh, and don't even get me started on the silence. I mean, I've never heard of a king that refuses to speak. He always has that creepy royal advisor Horace speak for him. Then again, I suppose if he did speak he wouldn't have many kind words to say to me. I mean, it was one thing for a commoner like myself to be best friends with you, but when we were caught fooling around behind the stables, I honestly thought he'd have me on the executioner's block by sundown. I mean, a commoner and a royal sharing their first kiss together. How scandalous. We tried explaining that we were just close friends. Okay, very close friends. But that didn't save me from 6 months of cleaning the very stables we were caught at. But life has a funny way of things working out. Years later, I enlisted as a knight, and I was to be sworn into your service. We were so excited that we couldn't wait. We made our own oath that night. We swore that we would travel the world and explore together. Although you did force me to add that our journey wouldn't start until you could guarantee the safety of your kingdom. Oh, how the heart melts at your compassion and sense of duty, your highness. I've been thinking about that night at the stables a lot lately. Especially since I joined the war against Fulheim. I've had a few near-death experiences now, and each time, my mind always goes to you. To our years of friendship, to our oath, our kiss. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think I'm in love. Oh, bollocks. Yes? The king is ready for me. Is everything in place? Good. Don't worry. If the king is willing to see reason, we won't even need them. Thank you. I'll be there in a minute. Your Highness. Your Highness. The king wishes to see me now. I promise I'll finish what I was going to say later. But for now, can you please just promise me that you'll stay in your room until I get back? I'll see you soon, okay? Your Royal Majesty, I beg you to see reason. Fulheim's forces are far greater than we anticipated. They're gathering reinforcements from the neighbouring kingdoms. We cut down one and 10 more take their place. Your Majesty, please. You have to see that this fight is lost. Announce the surrender. What do you mean we have reinforcements coming from another kingdom? Our gold reserves are empty. What did you trade for them? Arranged marriage? Horace, what do you mean arranged marriage? Arranged to who? What? I don't believe this. You're auctioning them off like an animal? Your own child? Is there no depth that you won't sink to in order to win this pointless war? No, Horace, I will not watch my tongue. I can't take this anymore. Watching this kingdom fall further into chaos and despair was bad enough. But this right here, shows how desperate you are. And since you're out of options, my Royal Majesty, and are unwilling to see reason enough to surrender, I'd like to suggest an idea of my own. But first, let me take care of your guards. Now! You see, Your Royal Majesty, we don't need you to announce the surrender, just the current ruler of this kingdom. And the King of Fulheim, in exchange for removing you from your throne, has offered me a kingdom of my own. Yours. To put it bluntly, Your Royal Majesty, you're sitting in my chair. I shall not ask again. Relinquish your hold of the throne, or I shall relieve your head from your shoulders. I am king now. Your crown is mine, your lands are mine, and your heir is mine. And we shall rule together, as we were always meant to. You're a man of your word, and I respect that. So I give you my word that I shall take care of your heir and keep them safe, just like when we were kids. Well, Your Royal Majesty, what do you say?
You are not worthy of my child.
What? You there, servant. Send a message to the King of Fulheim. Tell him that King Silas has fulfilled his end of the deal. Someone is spying on us. Guards, grab them. Your Highness? What are you doing here? I told you to stay in your room. No, please don't be scared. I did this for you. Your father was tearing us apart and sending you to be married off to some slimy prince or princess. He would never have approved of us. As long as he lived, we could never be together. Your Highness? Don't you see? The kingdom is safe now. Fulheim will accept the peace treaty and share its resources. We can end this stupid war and finally begin our journey together, just like we promised. Why aren't you happy? I've given you everything you could want. Freedom from a forced marriage, peace with Fulheim, your own damn kingdom on a silver platter, for God's sake. Is that not enough for you? Am I not enough for you? What are you? Stop it. Stop staring at me like that. You don't know what it was like on the battlefields. You don't know what power Fulheim wields. We can't possibly defeat them. The King of Fulheim gave me a chance to save you from sharing your father's fate, and I took it, no matter the cost. Please, Your Highness, You have to understand why I did this. I care about you too much to watch you throw your life away or give it to another for the sake of your father's schemes. Your life is mine, and mine is yours. Now we can finally be free of titles and politics and judgment and just be together, like we promised each other. Huh? Why are you moving away from me? No. I don't understand. This isn't how it was supposed to go. You're supposed to be happy. But yet, despite doing everything right, here you are, terrified of me. Oh, I see. It's your father's fault, isn't it? He's been filling your head with poisonous words while I was away fighting and dying for him. I gave him everything I had, and he turned you against me. Well, Your Highness, if I cannot have you as a friend, then I shall command you as my subject. Guards, seize them. Take our former Royal Highness to the dungeons. If there's one thing I learned in the dungeons of Fulheim, it's this. Everyone breaks eventually.